Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Adrian's Life Advice channel. I'm Adrian, and if you're just joining us, it's possible that you didn't see part one of the video we're about to do today. You basically, I went through my deepest personal journey into my family history, and it was an incredible experience. And I'm so excited to share part two with you now. So in the last video, we dove heart first. Well, we dove, it was a heartfelt video, but we delved head first into my family's past using my DNA results. I've always been curious about my roots, especially my grandfather's Tad side of the family, Frederick Miller. Okay. So the DNA test wasn't just a swab in in the tube. It was the key to unlocking a treasure trove of connections, leading me to my cousin, John Marcus Cashion, okay, that I'd never met before. But he is so knowledgeable. So of course I brought him back again because we have to do a part two. Now, we began to piece together a story that stretched. Well, we started last time from 1860 and we went into the 1900s. So of course, we have more to cover. Um, we talked about our influential ancestors who left an undeniable mark on history. We talked about the Tuskegee Airmen all the way up to the dedicated HBCU educators. And it was so powerful. It was so powerful. And it's just a reminder of how our family have been very resilient and the legacy just still continues to run through our veins. So, John Marcus Cashion was a gold mine of information, sharing everything from the history of Fisk University to the intricate details of the Cashion family tree. He went through the whole tree. Oh my goodness, it was amazing. We explored a book called The Agitator's Daughter, which he helped write along with his sister and uncover connections to the Obamas and significant HBCUs. We also discussed some heavy historical topics such as the Washington Treaty of 1834, and he also
No,
analyzed,
1890.
1890,
1890.
sorry. Sorry, I
It
have a
was
lot of
it
dates
was
in here. Thank you. 1890. Thank you.
1790.
Oh,
1790. Whoa. 17.
1790. Okay. 1790. Thank you.
And then
And
1805 and 1806, and then the Indian Removal Act of 1834.
oh, the
After
Removal
the
Act of
Cherokee Nation
1834.
versus Georgia 1832 case. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, go on.
Oh, sorry, I'm
Sorry.
just mixing things up. No, it's good, it's good, it's good. And then analyze the old family photos that brought their ancestors' story to life. Now, in part two, we're going to continue this journey. John has so much more to share, and we're going to dive into some truly fascinating history narrative that shed light on where our family came from. So we're going to explore hidden stories and give some incredible advice to teens out there or younger generations, about what they should do and things they should know. And basically, this is a testament to the power of persistence and curiosity and a celebration of heritage, history, and the unbreakable bond of family. So let's pick up where we left off. So, John, I'm going to let you introduce yourself first, and then we're going to talk about the precursor of um of the NDPA Supreme Court case with Alabama. Okay, the National Democratic Party of Alabama case. Well, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, and then we're gonna talk about what led up to that case. Okay, so John, when you're ready, let's go.
Okay, did you want to bring up pictures so I just talk and you bring them up, or I don't know how you want
Yes.
to.
Yeah, so basically what we can do is, I'm gonna let you talk and do your intro and then I'll bring up some pictures and you can elaborate on that so you can flow through.
Okay. Okay, I'm John Marcus Cashion, as I introduced last time. I'm named after my my two grandfathers. On the Carpenter side, which I'm related to Adrian, is my mother was born Joan Marie Carpenter in Jersey City, New Jersey. She married John Logan Cashion Jr. of Huntsville, Alabama, where I was born. But her parents were Dr. Marcus Carpenter Jr., MD, Howard University medical grad, after attending Lincoln undergrad. And her mother was Marie Ruffin Carpenter, PhD, Columbia, who, as an undergrad, graduated from Virginia Union valedictorian prior to meeting the Dr. Marcus Carpenter Jr. Marcus Carpenter Sr. Is from Rutherfordton, North Carolina, in the hills of the Cherokee. On the Cashion side, my father's Dr. John Logan Cashion Jr., DDS, undergrad work at Fisk and Tennessee State, and then Meharry, DDS, Doctor of Dentistry. And his father was also Dr. John Logan Cashion Sr., undergrad Fisk, and Meharry, DDS. So my two grandfathers, Dr. Marcus Carpenter, my middle name, Marcus, and Dr. John Logan Cashion Sr. It was Marcus Jr., but John Cashion Sr., John Logan Cashion Sr. Those are my two grandfathers, and that's how I got my name. No, that's who I am. I went to S.R. Butler High School after Ed White Jr. and Huntsville Junior High and Blossomwood Elementary, and I integrated University Place around the corner from Brandontown, next to the University of Alabama in Huntsville. I was a state champ wrestler in high school, and I was on two state champion teams. My coach, Glenn Stowe, bless his soul, he died last year. He was in the Alabama chapter of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame. He was a very good coach and a mentor. He was good to everybody.
Is he the one
That
that's on
led
the
me.
picture? I'm sorry, is he the one that's on that
Oh yeah,
picture? Oh, because I can
yeah.
pull it up. Let me pull it up.
I'm not seeing the pictures
Okay, I'm
here.
about to pull it up now real quick.
I'm
Okay, yeah, let me
posting.
pull up the pictures. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this one up first. Let me make sure this is side by side. Okay, so this is
Okay.
one of the pictures. And would you like to
Okay.
talk about this one?
Okay. At the top, you see some state champion wrestling trophies.
Okay.
My high school, Butler High, which closed down in 2013, I believe. We won 5 state team championships between 1970 and 1979. We were the feared team of that era. Coach Stowe coached 9 years as a head coach at Butler High. And in 1969, they took second. They lost to by 3 points to Benjamin Russell. I don't know why this is so important, but it means a lot to us back there. He dethroned Benjamin Russell High School that has produced a lot of not only good wrestlers, but NFL players from South Alabama, above Montgomery. They won 12 state championships and 10 in a row until Butler High took them off the throne in 1970. And we
Wow.
had 14 weight classes, 8 in the finals, and 6 state champs. That's the most successful. And he built the team from scratch after graduating from University of Tennessee, Chattanooga, which is now called Chattanooga. And we were his second team. He coached at Fort Payne, ironically, where our Cherokee Heritage Cave, it has a soliloquy by Sequoia of our Native American Cherokee languages on the wall in a cave there. So that's another interesting spiritual connection.
Wow. And we
uh,
talked a lot about that,
anyway,
about the Cherokee Nation. And we talked a lot about that in
yeah,
the first video. Oh
because
my
I'm
goodness.
Cherokee on the Carpenter side and the Cash and Brandon side. I'm
Yeah, me
Cherokee on
too.
both sides. Okay, cool in the game. So anyway, Butler High it had its own history, but in wrestling we won state championship in 4A, which is the top. We were the largest student body in the state when I was a sophomore through my senior year, and now the school is closed. That's unbelievable. We had 3,367 students. My graduating class had 867 seniors in my class, so we were big. Anyway, um, Butler High won the state championship in 70 and then again in 1973 with no individual state champ, first time. And I think the last time it was done in the state of Alabama. No state champ. I had one guy in the finals and he lost.
Wow.
But they had so many place winners. Almost everybody on the whole team placed
Hmm.
or scored for sure, kind of like what we did. But we had three state champs. After 1973, they won it again in 1975, my sophomore year. And I was one of 14 members of wrestling at 140. The three sophomores that are in this picture, now seniors. I'm in the back, standing the tallest guy in the room.
Hmm.
And the other black guy down left, well, my left, your right,
Hmm.
that's Billy Kenmore. He got best match. And then Danny Bynum, the other guy at the other end, kneeling, he was the other state champ. And then the little skinny guy next to Billy on the front row, he took second. All the other guys in the picture took third, except Malcolmus, the guy standing next to me at the end. I think he took fifth, either fourth or fifth.
Okay. And is
And
your
then
coach
down
in this
left,
picture?
yeah, down left, you'll see me with the district championship bracket under my chin. That's me right
Okay.
there.
Uh-huh.
That's Billy down left, and he got an extra trophy. I think best match again in the
Wow.
tournament. And then Singletary right there, he won. He took third at state. He's on the front row kneeling, the shortest looking guy in the upper picture. Then
Okay.
there's Jeff Aquila. He won the district, and he lost to a guy in the finals he had beat all year. He took second. Matter of fact, he took
Mm.
second in the state 2 years in a row. On
Wow.
the back row, you see Big Bruce. He won the tournament and then took third, and he's not in the picture up above. And then the heavyweight, oh, I forgot his name. And then my
Mm.
two coaches that are in the
Okay.
other picture that you haven't shown yet that has my mom in it, the black and white picture
Let me
where we
show that
have the
now?
state champion.
I can show it
Yeah.
now. Let me go back. Sorry.
Okay.
Where is it? Oh man, where is the picture? It must be in the separate. There we go.
There it is.
There we
Okay.
go.
Those are the three coaches. Coach Stowe on the left, Coach John Calvary's in the center. He was my first wrestling coach at Ed White Junior High, where I was city champ. And then Coach Kinnear, he was the freshman coach, but he's still on the coaching. And then to his left is my mom in the background.
Yeah.
That's Joan Marie Carpenter Cashion, proudly looking over at me, but you don't see me. There's someone in between us, and then I'm to the next person over.
Oh, okay, back
Uh,
there.
I think Dad took this picture. I'm not sure
Hmm.
where I sourced it.
What a
And
nice
my
picture.
mom took some other pictures I haven't sent you of me in front of the team in color as we
Oh,
received
okay.
the trophy on the mats in Birmingham Fairgrounds. But she's just the only pictures that she's in, and I wanted that to
Oh, okay.
be there the day I won state my senior year.
So let me go back to
Okay,
the other pictures really quick. Because I have a picture of your daughter if you want to talk about that. Let me pull that up.
okay.
Let me see really quick if that's this one. Okay, so that's the previous one. Hold on. Okay, so let's talk about
As
this
you're
one
looking
really
that
quick.
up, okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. I have it. Let me see right here. Okay, let's talk about this one first. Then we go to the one with your daughters. Let's talk about this one. Did it come up? Okay, it didn't come up. Right here. Right here. Let's talk about
Okay,
this
it's
one
coming.
first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is my wrestling career. After high school, my high school record was 33-1. I went to the Hillwood tournament my senior year, and I got recruited by three schools: Middle Tennessee State, University of Tennessee Chattanooga, and the University of Alabama. I was voted most outstanding wrestler in that tournament. That's the only outstanding wrestler trophy. I did get another one because I was most outstanding on the team. So at the sports banquet, I got a most outstanding trophy for being most outstanding on the team. But to
Oh,
win at a
nice.
tournament out of state, where
Uh-huh.
four states: Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia, you had to
Okay.
be invited as a team to come.
Wow.
It was tougher than the state tournament, and I really
Mm.
wanted to win that tournament. And I was undefeated at 155 and dropped down to 145 just for that tournament and to wrestle another state champ who was a state champ my sophomore year, Terry Springer from John Coffey High in Florence.
Mm.
And then I
Wow.
wanted to go back up. I beat the state champ at 155 from Robert E. Lee, a
Wow.
black guy who had taken second my junior year,
Uh-huh.
uh, 21-5 in a dual meet. So there was like no competition up there. I came down there for the competition.
Wow. All right, let me go to your
So that
daughter.
was Lagos. That was Lagos,
Uh-huh.
Nigeria.
In Nigeria.
Yeah, this is
Hmm.
Lagos, Nigeria. I was
Yeah, that's
made chairman of the Lagos State Wrestling Association back in the year 2018.
okay. Back in
The
Nigeria. Okay.
governor and yeah, the director of Sports Commission, Lagos State Sports Commission, lobbied for me to be uh, the chairman of Lagos State Wrestling Association.
Oh,
And
that's nice.
that's the poster we had on the wall, and that's my personal card as chairman. Uh,
Oh, okay. That's
Technically, I was the
nice.
chairman from 2018 to 2022, but they
Mhm.
voted me back in, though I'm not there last year
Okay,
because
that's
I contribute
nice.
more from here than the guys that are there. Well, that's another story, but
Yeah, that's a whole
that
different
poster is
book.
on the wall. I'm the one that insisted that was in Lagos colors. Otherwise, it was going to be in black and white. And I said, no, no, no,
Uh,
let's add our colors. And that's why
yeah.
I'm wearing the shirt, the official team shirt. All the wrestlers had that shirt. And me
Okay.
being the chairman, I have the warm up and the shirt and shorts. So I
Okay.
made sure I took that before I left and show you. Technically, I'm still the chairman. Actually, I went and founded a wrestling club team called Cashion Wrestling Club. And
Wow.
last
Okay.
year, we only sent 5 athletes and we got 3 silvers. My
Wow.
other 6 military athletes, including 2 women, went to the all what do they call it, the African military games in Abuja, and they were
Mm.
not allowed to come. And all of them would have medaled, and we probably, instead of taking seventh, we probably would have taken third or fourth. But my
Hmm.
best military athletes, 2 of which were African military champions, and the rest of them took second or bronze.
Mm.
All 6 of them, and that was continent wide, all military. Anyway, I was stripped of them. We'll see what we do next January or this December coming.
Yeah,
I'll send them for the second
they
time
always trying to
as
take
a
something
full
from somebody.
contingent. Okay, this is my big daughter. This is Itavia V. Cashion. She was born in Houston, Texas. Her mom, bless her soul, graduated from Prairie View and was a
Mm.
majorette there. Itavia, she went to Lamar High in River Oaks section of Houston. She was a cheerleader there. And then she went to Loyola Marymount University, which is now co-ed. It was women only school in Los Angeles, California. And she
Okay.
was a cheerleader there and also was recruited for business school, which ended up being her minor. But she graduated in acting and fine arts or whatever they call it. She wanted to be an
Mm.
actress.
Okay. That's
So
nice.
I got her on with JSX Airlines, which she still works for. Maybe I'm not supposed to say this, but she's now
Yeah.
transferred from Burbank back to Houston, Texas, and she's very happy
She
down
said,
there. I
Dad,
was
you gotta
with her
keep
for
some things secret, Dad. Some things I keep secret,
yeah.
Dad.
I'm, I'm real proud of her.
Yeah,
Um,
you did an excellent job.
Well,
I
her
see.
mom did a better job. I was in Nigeria most of those years, unfortunately, but yeah. I was with her
Okay.
for her birthday, August 9th this year. And that's the longest time we spent together, probably since that graduation week. I was out there in 2011 after Dad died with her for a week.
Okay. And do you want to talk about the young lady in
Okay.
the middle?
Okay. This is my daughter
Yeah.
in Nigeria. She's now
Okay.
12 years old.
Okay.
She's my little heart now. She's dressed in Igbo regalia. This is October 1st, 2022.
Oh, okay.
And she dressed up to be in a cultural display play in her school for October 1st, which is Independence Day for Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
And so that's her. And she looks, I mean, she's only 10 in this photo, but look how poised she is.
Yeah, she's very
She's
mature.
like 10 going on 20 in this
Yeah.
in this in this
Yeah,
picture.
she's very
But I
mature.
raised her, yeah, I raised her, I talked to her like an adult.
Oh,
Her
okay.
mom is a lawyer in Nigeria.
Mm.
And her mom tried to treat her like a little girl. I
Mm.
talked to her like she's an adult, like my parents and grandparents talked to me.
Oh, okay.
And it is really, I mean, she's the only American parented child in her school. So she's a
Mm.
little star in her own right. She's been the top student uh, 2 or 3 times in her school
Oh,
class, but she was number 3 in French international testing in the whole country. Number 1 in the
wow.
state of Lagos, which has 25 million people.
Wow, that's
So,
amazing.
and I want her to go to Fisk because the next generation, she's the last child of the next generation remaining to go to a university. So even if she
Wow.
goes 1 year, so that a Cashion will have attended every generation of Cashion since 1877, when my great grandmother graduated, who married Herschel V. Cashion. There's been a Cashion every generation since to go to Fisk. So she's our last chance.
Okay, we got to make sure she get there. And we talked
Yeah,
about that. We
I
talked
sent her the
about
Fisk.
Fisk.
She has the Fisk cap and the Fisk University shirt. And remember the black girl who won gymnastics national championship from
Mm,
Fisk
okay.
like 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was
And they
some.
don't even have a gym to work out in. They have to go to Tennessee State and somewhere else to work
Um,
out.
okay. So
And
you got to
her
have
coach
yes.
was a first black national champion all around from University of Georgia. She's
Okay.
the coach for the women's gymnastics team at Fisk. So I sent her the video of that. So she knows about Dubois and dad and mom and our history about going. So I hope she goes.
Yeah,
I don't know what
hopefully.
she wants to study, but she's into
Yeah.
coding and culture. And Fisk is a good, rounded liberal arts school to this day. She said she wanted to
Mm.
be a medical doctor, or an astronaut. So she can go across the street from Fisk and Meharry like dad and granddad did. So we'll see what she decides. I'm not going to force her to do whatever, but she's brilliant.
Yeah, it's in her blood. It's definitely in
And she
her
speaks
blood.
3 languages:
Wow. Yeah, I gotta meet her one
French,
day.
French, English, and Yoruba.
Yoruba. Okay.
She's
Okay.
trilingual right now. And it's a
Okay.
big advantage to her. And I taught her to play chess young too. So
Yeah, 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 yeah. They haven't played chess. Yeah, that's a different level right there.
yeah.
So let's see. So this is just the previous stuff from before when we talked about
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, we talked about this before
Yeah.
in the
This
previous
is
video.
those are the 3 books affiliated with the Cashion family up top. Herschel
Hmm.
Vivian Cashion did Under Fire with the 10th U.S. Cavalry, which is up on the right,
Hmm.
uh, published in 1899, printed and released in 1902. I should say copyrighted in 1899, published in 1902. When uh, great grandfather Herschel Vivian Cashion was receiver of monies in the U.S. Land Office in Huntsville, Alabama. And when the
Hmm.
Buffalo Soldiers came back from Cuba after going up San Juan Hill, and they were the Rough Riders that actually won the damn war and saved Teddy Roosevelt and his troops. They came back under Jack Pershing, Black Jack Pershing. He was nicknamed that because he was over black troops, and Joe Wheeler, who was a Confederate general. After being a
Hmm.
Union general and a Confederate general, and then became a U.S. general again and commanded them. And he said
Mm,
they're the best fighters he ever had, but they kind of
mm.
lost that. Anyway, Wheeler's
That's
comments about them are actually in this book. It's a good read.
okay.
And
Yeah.
then The Agitators, which my sister decided to release as The Agitator's Daughter, even though I
Hmm.
worked on the book 5 years, and it's about an extraordinary African American family. And I kind of disagree with African American because we're Cherokee and Chickasaw on one
Mm.
side, and I'm Cherokee on the other.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, so we
Black
already
American,
pretty much already here.
Indigenous, Tribal American, but African American, I'm not so sure that's the truth.
Yeah, we went
Black
into that
Indigenous
too.
Tribes American, yes, for sure. But if we say we're African American, which is Bill Clinton's executive order in 1996, I think, made us all African American. So we now can't go back and claim our 40 acres, much less a mule, or why 40 acres in a mule? That's stolen land from us
Mm,
in the Gullah Geechee area of the East Coast, right?
mm,
When General Sherman marched out from Atlanta and cleared everything to Savannah, and all that Confederate land was forfeited to the U.S. government, and then to be farmed out 40 acres in a mule, even in Charleston, where we were for our last family reunion a
hmm.
couple of months ago, right?
Yeah.
It was our land to begin with. So let's
Yeah.
just go back and get the whole thing. We talk about 40 acres. What about the whole country? We only gave them
Whew.
permission to settle on the coastline all the way up. And now, that's another chapter. Maybe our
Yeah.
next, we will come up with this book here.
Whew.
I don't know if
Wow.
I showed you this, Return of the Ancients,
No, I haven't seen that
True History
one.
Uncovered of the
I haven't
Wichita
seen that
Files
one.
by Empress Verdiesi. This is about the Louisiana Purchase fraud.
Oh, okay. Haven't seen that.
Lewis and Clark, yeah, they went and surveyed all of Louisiana in 2.5 years under Thomas Jefferson and claimed
Mm,
all that land for.
yeah, we haven't seen that one.
That's yeah. We'll go back and revisit Chief Tuscaloosa when he defeated the Spanish and he couldn't get, or Hernando de Soto couldn't make it back to Cuba because we
Mm,
we killed him. But they want to say he survived to the Mississippi River and then claimed everything west of it for Spain. Anyway,
mm.
let's go back. Where are we? Okay,
We on the
Scottsboro
last book.
Boys.
Yeah, the Scottsboro
Yeah,
Unmasked. Mhm.
there's a picture in the two books on the left, Agitators and Scottsboro Boys. It has Uncle Jimmy, uh,
Yeah.
excuse me, Uncle Newland, who got his medical degree from Howard University in 1908.
Hmm.
I almost said Ohio in the last one, but it's actually his medical degree is from Howard.
Howard.
And
Okay.
he was an MD in Decatur. And in the Scottsboro Boys trial, they said, we don't have blacks that can serve as jurors. They're not competent enough or educated enough. Meanwhile, in our family alone, we had doctors, dentists, and lawyers,
Yeah, we had them
and
all.
school teachers, and principals, and legislatures. And they say, okay, we can't serve on juries because we can't. They're supposed to have a jury of their peers. Well, of course, it was 12 white jurors who convicted them. Eventually, years later, a couple of governors of Alabama eventually exonerated them for
Yeah.
being accused of rape, and they just got on the train in Chattanooga to try to go get a job or get medical attention in Memphis, was where they were going, and
Mm,
two quasi-white loose girls, who some people said were actually into prostitution,
yeah. And
claimed they had been raped.
and then like I said, and all these three books, everyone, we cousin John went through these books thoroughly too in the first video. So
Yeah.
so if you want to know more, just check that out. And then how about the middle picture and then the last
The
two?
middle picture is I'm in front of the African American flag,
Mm-hmm.
which is now at an academy, sports academy in Abeokuta. They took it from me after I spoke and showed it to them, and I never got it back. But I
Oh, they
got
took
it.
it from you? They took
Yeah,
it?
That's another story. But
Okay, yeah, let's save that for later.
they
Yeah.
want all of us African Americans to come back so bad and be part of their African village. And they said,
Mm.
well, like each state or major city we're from can come and settle, and it's a sports academy. Lee Evans, the uh, 400-meter and 4x4 double gold medalist, is buried at that academy. He was a friend of mine.
Oh,
That's
okay.
another story.
Okay, yeah, we can save that for later.
Yeah, but that's a picture in Abuja actually, um, about the year 2015, 2016, when I was still living there.
Oh, okay.
And but I bought that off a jazz club, after hours club in Las Vegas. It was on the wall. After dad died, I was over there in Vegas because my tech partner at the time on a monorail project we were trying to do for Legos was in Cedar City, Utah. So
Mm,
I just happened to end up spending, it was cheaper to stay in Vegas than it was in Cedar City. It cost twice as much up there. So in between the breaks, I would be there. And of course, I said, "Where's the soul food?" So I went to the northwest part of town where all the black musicians, after they played on the strip, they said,
mm,
"Okay, where's the real food?" They don't want the strip food. And they would
mm.
come to this lounge and it had, it's like we used to do in like a juke joint.
Okay.
The instruments were just there for these guys. Some of them would bring their own, coming right off the gig because they wanted real food. And that's the history of that little lounge there. And it was on the wall. So I
Mm,
never met the guy who put it on the wall, but the owner of the club said, "John, you've asked for this thing like 3 or 4 times. I know you're serious about it. I can't get him on the phone. He's out of state or wherever the guy was because he travels around. He has some African American organization, but that's the official flag." So he said, "Look, you can have it for $25." So I bought that flag and I took it back to Nigeria and I took a few pictures elsewhere with it. But
mm,
that's the only picture I have of the flag in Nigeria. I have flags of it in Washington. I mean, photos of it when I'm in Washington in front of the Lincoln Monument and the White House and other places. But
that's
yeah,
all
that's
good.
that flag.
Okay.
So
And
now
how
you want to
about
know
your
about the other
family?
flag? Oh, the
Oh,
family
yeah.
down
Let's do the
left.
family.
Yeah, let's talk about the family. You are looking at the smallest guy is my dad down front. That's John Logan Cashion Jr., being a doctor at DDS, Meharry. That's his brother Herschel, handsome Herschel right there next to him. His older brother, born a year and a half earlier. And he became a lawyer. He went to Texas Southern Law School after undergraduate at Fisk and Northeastern, I think, in Chicago. He went to live with uh, Carol Napier Langston Sr., who was a lawyer who
Mm,
graduated Oberlin, like his Tuskegee Airman son. So he went to Chicago, got his undergraduate work done there, and then went to law school in Texas.
mm,
Behind him are their parents. To the left, that's John Logan Cashion Sr. on the left,
mm,
Doctor of Dentistry, Meharry, after undergraduate Fisk. And that is in the middle, their mom. That is Grace
mm.
Ramonia Brandon Cashion,
Oh,
who
okay.
also went to undergraduate at Fisk. And she was a school teacher and principal. And to the right is great grandfather Claude S. Brandon Jr., whose father, Claude S. Brandon Sr., founded Brandon Town inside Huntsville. Now,
Yeah.
look at Dad and Herschel's hair. Aren't we Indigenous American Indians?
Big time.
Look at us and look at Claude's nose. Great
Mm-hmm.
grandpa. He's got
Mm,
he's full blood.
mm.
Cherokee and Chickasaw.
Oh, Chickasaw, yeah. Mm.
His dad is
That's,
Cherokee, his mom is Chickasaw. And
oh,
Brandontown, which was founded by his family, his, I should say, parents and cousins,
mm-hmm.
uncles or whatever. But Claude Sr. really was the main guy that founded Brandontown. It's on the border of Chickasaw Kingdom and Cherokee
Yeah.
Nation in Madison County, Alabama. which is another misnomer because they named the county after President Madison, who wasn't even sworn in until 1809, but they
Wow.
created that county out of the territory of Mississippi, supposedly
Mm,
in 1808.
yeah. And if you want to learn more about that story, we talked about that a lot in part one also about the town and the building of the houses and stuff. It's a really good story. You got to learn
Yep,
about that one. All
yep.
right, how about the last photo?
Okay, that I'm holding with Chief Warhorse, the flag of the Cherokee, Eastern Band of Cherokees in Cherokee, North Carolina, which, as I said last time, after our family reunion in Rutherfordton,
Mm-hmm.
I then went the next week or like 3 days later, or a couple of days anyway. When I left the family reunion, I went to Cherokee Nation, Eastern Band of
Oh,
Cherokee Nation, and I bought that flag from, what do they call it? A store post? What's the old
a
term?
general store? The
It's a
general
general
store?
store, but we used to call it
I don't
back in the
know.
day a post.
I don't
In
know.
other words,
I don't
it was a
know.
post office, it was a store, whatever, but a general store. I bought
Okay.
it off the wall. It was flying outside, and I
Hmm.
went in and they were just fixing the clothes. And luckily, I had gotten there when I got there, and I bought it from there. So that's the official seal of the Cherokee Nation till today.
Wow.
Not
That is
necessarily the yellow
nice.
background. The yellow background is more for Eastern Band Cherokee. But if you go to the Oklahoma Cherokee Nation site,
Hmm.
and the Cherokee Nation, which was in the eastern half of the state of Oklahoma, is no longer in the state of Oklahoma. The
Mm.
eastern half of what was the state of Oklahoma is all indigenous nations lands now. It belongs to
Oh,
6
okay.
different tribes:
Wow.
the
And
Cherokee
I think we,
Nation,
mhm.
Choctaw, the Chickasaw, the Seminole, the Muskogee, white man calls, paleface calls it Creek, and the Osage,
Wow.
who Killers of the Flower Moon film, directed and produced by Martin Scorsese, came out a couple of years ago. You need to go
Hmm.
see that.
Okay. What's the name of it again?
Killers of the Flower Moon
Killers of the
by
Flower Moon. Okay.
Martin Scorsese. Scorsese produced and directed it.
Okay. All right. I'll
But
put
he
it on my
allowed the
list.
Osage tribes to really have the biggest input on how the story should be told.
Mm.
And it's based on true events. And in
Mm.
addition, yeah, Leo DiCaprio plays the lead,
Oh, Leo DiCaprio.
being the
Okay.
lover. That one.
Okay. That's gonna be
And
interesting.
what's his name is in it? Married to a black woman. He plays a kind of a devilish character.
Oh, okay, I gotta see. It's another picture I want to
Uh,
pull up really quick.
okay.
Let me stop this one. Let me
Oh,
stop
the
sharing.
woman is Chief Warhorse of Louisiana.
Oh,
She's a
okay.
seventh generation high chief.
Oh, okay.
This is in Greene County, Alabama, a couple of years ago.
Seven
You need to look her up.
generations?
She's the seventh title holder of Chief Warhorse.
Wow. Okay.
So she's like the empress of the tribe, and she's
Wow.
jet black.
Wow.
And
I used to see the
Paleface never
pictures,
came
yeah.
there to conquer.
Wow.
Yeah,
And I have
you
a
can see
picture
her
from
online.
before too.
She has a channel, uh,
Yeah, that's
cooking
nice.
with the Chief Warhorse. Look her up on YouTube.
Yeah, that's nice.
She's heavy.
Wow. That's
Okay,
wow. And we in the first video we had a picture of all the Native Americans that had darker skin. We have a nice picture in the first video also. So I'm gonna stop
right.
this and I'm gonna share one more
But
something
she's
else you wanted me to.
authentic. You
Oh,
can't get
okay.
any blacker than that, right?
Oh, okay. She's
Well,
beautiful.
maybe you can in Sudan, but she's black, 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 black.
Yeah, she's beautiful. All right, so let me
Mhm.
see. Let me pull this up really quick. Um, yeah, there's another one I want to pull up about the Tuskegee picture that you sent me. Which one was it? Was it this one? You sent that today, I believe, right?
Okay, I haven't seen
Uh,
it. I'm
let
waiting for
me
you to post
see.
it up. While you're
Hmm.
waiting, this is the poster I had made. This is the NDPA symbol back behind me that we're going to get to. And that's the film
Okay,
Eyes on the
I don't see
Prize.
it. Okay. Okay, let me see. What would you say? What you want to show me?
I said, this poster back here,
Huh?
that's the eagle symbol. of the NDPA. I've sent you a copy of that. I'm just bringing that up while you were
Okay.
saying whatever.
Oh, okay.
And that
Yeah.
this is Dad and that's Dad and Buckminster Fuller right there. The guy that made the
Oh,
dome
uh-huh.
famous, geodesic dome. They're both
Wow.
Unitarians. They're in the
Oh,
list
okay.
of the top 100 Unitarians
Wow,
in
that's
the history of
nice.
Unitarian.
That's nice. All right, so let me pull up your, I'm gonna pull up your mom's then. Let me go back to this. All right, let me pull up mine. And then I'm gonna share it once I get it up. Um, yeah, it was another picture you had sent to me. I'm trying to think what email you sent it, but I need to, I'll find it because you sent it to me recently.
On another note, this hat I got from the Lorraine Hotel Civil Rights Museum in Memphis, where King
Oh,
was
your hat?
assassinated. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Are you
I'm
reading
look
it in the right direction?
yeah. It's in the right. I see
Okay.
United. So
Okay.
is it United? I can't. Yeah,
Unite,
unite. I see unite. Yeah, agitate.
speak
Okay, I
out.
see speak out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I can see it. That was nice. Where you get that from?
The Civil Rights Museum, Lorraine Hotel, Memphis,
Oh,
Tennessee.
okay. Yeah. Very active.
That's the
Active
best
words. All
prize.
right, I'm gonna
Oh,
share
there's
this
another
one.
book I bought there.
Now, this one right
Opening
here.
stuff.
Let me stop sharing.
Okay, yeah.
Let me pull it up. Wait a minute.
Mhm.
I make sure I share it where we can see each other again. Let me make sure everything's right, okay? Because I don't want us having no mistakes like last time. So this is your beautiful mom in the back, and now we're about to go into the story for today. The prerequisites
Mhm.
or precursor of the NDPA with the Supreme Court. Okay, so what are we looking at right now?
Okay, this is a photo taken at Oakwood College, now Oakwood University in Huntsville, Alabama, in 1962, when Martin Luther King, who's right in front of my mom,
Hmm.
came to speak. And our committee that Dad had and other prominent preachers and doctors and lawyers, activists in Huntsville, we're trying to integrate the schools and sit at the lunch counters, et cetera, in downtown Huntsville. So we invited King in. I should say they had a committee. I have a film on that. I'll try to get you a copy of where they're
Okay.
describing everything that happened back then. And it's a film from the 1990s. And you
Hmm.
see mom and dad in it, but it has film of the original films, which were silent films, filmed by Dr. Sonny Hereford, who was also a Q who pledged, I think he pledged at A&M, if I'm not mistaken, but he also went to Meharry, MD. Anyway, they organized and invited King to come to speak at Oakwood. And the first remnants of the I Have a Dream speech that was given in August the next year at the end of the March on Washington,
August 28th.
about a third to two-thirds of the speech he delivered were actually delivered at Oakwood, and they have an audio of it. I don't have it. I've heard it, but I don't have it. I need to ask for that. Oakwood has it. John was invited right before he died to come speak there, and they played it prior
Hmm.
or after he spoke,
Okay.
and John had a good time there. Um, anyway, you see Dr. King and Reverend Bell
Mm-hmm.
uh, right in front. I'm not so sure that's Ralph Abernathy in the hat to the right of my
Okay.
mom. Someone asked me who is it, and I'm not going to say it's him,
Mhm.
but it could be.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
side shot of it. I don't remember exactly how tall Abernathy was, but that is Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. and my mom right behind him. And they're
Hmm.
coming out, and my mom and the Wise organized the movement. So he came out, made this picture. You see a guy looking to the right behind, go over to the left. See that guy right there? Yeah. He's
Okay.
like the lookout security guy. You can tell
Oh.
his demeanor.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, they snuck him into a car and then took him to Edmonton Heights, and which was next to Alabama A&M. They snuck him to A&M to speak briefly also, prior
Mm,
to coming to speak later that evening at Oakwood College. But if he
mm,
had stayed at a White Hotel, they would have been monitoring him. But anyway, they made sure it was a successful meeting. We don't have video of the speech, but there is an audio of that speech and some photos taken with Sonny Hereford and others. But my mom just happened to be in the background, and you can tell she's kind of looking out and planning, because you had white pressmen and stuff, and they were like, we don't know what they're up to, kind of
mm.
thing. But this is at an all black campus. Well, majority black campus. That's a HBCU, Oakwood,
Oh, okay. All right.
where
So, I'm sorry.
several other famous people went. Little Richard went there.
Oh, Little
Uh,
Richard.
two
Okay.
of two of Magic Johnson's sisters went there,
Oh, okay.
and Magic went and donated $500,000 to the church or the theology department, I think.
And what school is this again? I'm
Uh,
sorry. What school?
Oakwood University,
Oakwood.
formerly
Oakwood. Okay.
Oakwood College
Okay.
for
Oakwood College.
Negroes
Okay.
or
Okay.
colored. And
Okay.
uh, Dred Scott,
Hmm.
when he was enslaved, he was on a plantation which now comprises a good bit of the land that Oakwood College now owns. And he was stationed there or held there for 2 years. And there's a plaque dedicated to Dred Scott on the southwest corner of the building that has the campus cafeteria.
Hmm.
So that's another point. And King, they knew all of this, at the
Okay.
time. They know this stuff.
Hmm.
So, as a matter of fact, there's a famous musician in Nigeria right now. He's worth $100 million. DeVito, I knew
Hmm.
his dad and his uncles. He attended Oakwood. I
Hmm.
don't think he graduated, just like Little Richard didn't graduate, but there's several other famous people. Philip Michael Thomas
Hmm.
of Miami Vice, he
Hmm.
went to Oakwood.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
I met his
Oh,
roommate actually.
that's good. So we're
The
going to
church there before.
transition now to start going
It's
into
a
the
Seventh day
case.
Adventist college, and the Brandons are Claude Brandon. You see the obituary I sent you. He was a Seventh day Adventist.
Who
And
was?
Brandontown was right on the border of Oakwood College's land, even till today.
Oh,
Ed
Brandontown
White Junior High,
was.
where I went to school, named after the first spacewalk astronaut, is in
Oh,
Brandontown too. But they
wow.
have
It's a lot of
now
history.
corralled us down to 3 streets or 4 streets. We didn't ask
Mm.
to be in Huntsville. Huntsville came and grabbed us. So anyway.
Mm. Yeah, Huntsville has a lot of history. I really didn't know, but yeah, learning. We're gonna transition now to your dad's video on YouTube. So let me
Okay.
go ahead and pull this. I'm gonna stop sharing this and let's
Okay.
see.
As you're doing that, I'll say we did get
Okay.
Huntsville integrated ahead of everybody else, because King makes a speech in the Birmingham church right before it was bombed in Birmingham, where the 4 girls were
Okay.
killed, including Angela Davis's cousin and Chris
Mm-hmm.
McNair's daughter and others. Um, he gives a speech and he said, we've had breakthroughs in the state of Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama, for example. So he alludes to that time he spoke there, and we had just almost done it. By
Mm.
1963, we are allowed to vote in the city elections the next year.
Mm.
And
Okay.
Dad ended up running for mayor in
Mm.
1963.
Okay,
We were not
63. Okay.
allowed to vote on state ballots, but only the municipal, because we integrated Huntsville specifically. Okay.
Wow.
And
Okay.
in 1964, you can pull up the
Well, go ahead and
video.
pull it up. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some good
In
stuff. Okay, nice.
1964,
Okay.
Dad, Mom, and other blacks in the state were delegates to the state Democratic Convention for the Democratic Party.
Oh, okay.
They were denied their seats at the national and not recognized to vote even in the state. So in 1966, after we got the Voting Rights Act of 1965 passed,
Mm-hmm.
which was subtitled An Act to Enforce the 15th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution ratified in 1870. The 1965 Voting Rights Act, signed by Lyndon Baines Johnson, then president, after the assassination of John Fitzgerald Kennedy in 1963. And the Civil Rights Act of 64 had been passed, which still today we're legally struggling to keep the main clauses of that Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act of 65.
Wow.
Dad and mom and others, including a white Jewish lady named Mary Pandau and an Italian guy and Myrna Copeland, a white hippie woman who just got her PhD, and other Vietnam, anti-Vietnam War activists founded the NDPA in 1966. But we had to figure out, how did we get on this damn ballot? After they stayed the election in Greene County, which is what Dad's going to speak about now, they stayed the election where Bill Lee, Big Bill Lee, had been the sheriff at that time for about 12 years, to where we had a black man named Sheriff Gilmore, who at the time was only 23, I recall, because he got elected at age 27 in 1970 and got sworn in 1971. He was still 27 years old. Bill Lee was a University of Alabama National Championship team, 1934 teammate of Paul Bear Bryant Sr., the famous football coach and athletic director, who ended up being my athletic director, ironically, at the University of Alabama. His teammate, Sheriff Bill Lee, went to play for the football team Brooklyn Dodgers, and then played for the Green Bay Packers. Then, when he retired from the NFL, came back and got elected sheriff.
Oh, yeah, the sheriff. Yeah, I remember.
So,
yeah.
The NDPA is created, but first they had the Peace and Freedom Party of Greene County, as I recall. Reverend Branch, who ended up being the first black elected probate judge in 1970, sworn in 71 of Greene County, was the first elected black probate judge in the history of the United States of America. He's the very first one.
And this was 19 when? 19 what?
The election of 1970.
70.
They were sworn in
71.
In 71, January 18th or 19th. And that's the date that Dad is speaking, you're going to see. It was inauguration day for Governor Wallace, again, in Montgomery, and he's going to talk about it. And in Greene County, all the county and state officers are all sworn in on the same day. So you're seeing Dad Fisk speak about that right after that inauguration happened.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Run up to the culmination of this speech.
Yeah, thank you so much. Let me know if you can hear it. You should be able to.
We'll get into the Supreme Court case after this.
Okay. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I hear it. So as they're singing, they stayed the election in 1966, and the Dad founded the NDPA at the end of 66. By 68, we had gone for ballot status. We were told we were going to be on the ballot. They decided to disqualify 92 out of 94 candidates in 1968 statewide. They stayed that election. We were not on the ballot. The U.S. Supreme Court ordered us to be on the ballot. The Thurgood Marshall on the court appointed a year earlier. And then we had to cite contempt of Judge Vernon, which he speaks about. So after this, I'll go into
it. I'm going to be very brief here.
That was Jose Williams of Atlanta, just
apologize for being late. But when I tell you why I was late, I think you will say that it was worthwhile doing. You see, the last time Justice Dr. Abernathy was beginning to speak there at the courthouse, I went out to the airport, got in a plane, I had my couple of sons there with me, and we did one little zoom over the courthouse, and guess where we went from there? I've been to George Wallace's inauguration. And yes, I did the same thing over there. We dropped leaflets on George Wallace's inauguration. Okay. Okay. And our leaflets were a little...
Blinken 6585 Victor. That was the airplane we flew in.
A whole lot of...
Okay.
They sent up a helicopter after me, but I think I got to run in a helicopter. But anyhow, I'm late, but I got here. Okay. Real nice. Greene County's we got the courthouse, and now we're working on our own Air Force. Okay, now in a serious vein, I am quite pleased to be here. I'll forget all the introductory remarks, and I'll thank Jose for introducing my wife here, because you know, I'm always chastised. I get up in front of a bunch of people when she's here, and I get wrapped up in what I'm saying, and I forget to introduce her. So thanks, Jose, for having done that. You saved me. You probably saved a hole in my head for the night. But seriously, I was here yesterday.
They were excited.
I have been in the courthouse and the churches in Greene County numerous times, and I see brothers here from all over the Black Belt. I see Sumter County, I see Dallas County. I know we're here from Mobile, we're from Wilcox, Marengo, Pickens County. I see Hale, I see Perry. I see someone here from Bullock, and there's someone here from Macon, I know. And Lord of mercy, we got folks here from Birmingham, too. A long time coming, but as I said in the courthouse yesterday, the practice has been among the slave masters, the white masters have in every instance to conquer and to subjugate a people. In every instance, they have used the age-old device, and it is a respected device of tyrants, and that's the one of dividing and conquering. To divide and conquer. The same mechanism has been used historically here in the Black Belt. And when you have about 50-50 black and white population, you use the dividing line of race. You turn the whites against the blacks, you turn the blacks against the whites, you keep them fighting each other, and you can rule both of them. That's what has been done. But in areas where there are mostly black people, it's already the dividing line of race is not enough to keep the great majority of people divided. So to keep the majority of black people divided, they have to get some Judas niggers to divide their own black people. But now I am saying that yesterday was the end of an old era. Today is the beginning of a new era. And we will be much more charitable to those who worked against us, even though they wore black skins, they were following the orders of the white man. We're going to be much more charitable because we want them to be saved too, along with us. It's going to be our salvation in common, and it's obvious that the only salvation for black people is going to have to come from that people themselves, because nobody is going to do it for you. If any lesson has been learned in Greene County, if this is to be the grading of the examination, if this is to be the evaluation of the entire campaign, there is one lesson that has been learned and should be a golden spike should be driven today to mark this occasion. That one lesson that we have learned is that we've got to do it ourselves. Nobody is going to do it for you, and a people's salvation must indeed come from themselves, because only then can they become full, free, and whole citizens. Citizens of not only Greene County, Alabama, the Black Belt, the state of Alabama and the South, or even this country, but full-fledged citizens of the world. Because this victory that we have won in this small area relates to the rest of the world, black and white, all over this world. Because this is the first spark of real grassroots soul liberation that has a success pattern, that the pattern now is spreading all over. There ain't gonna be no such thing now as saying, don't vote for that eagle. That eagle's not legal. It's not going to be, there's no white person now, there's no one in that courthouse, there's no white person in this state of Alabama now that can tell any black person that our own political party does not work. There is no way at all that even their Judas niggas can come amongst us now and say, don't vote for that black party there, see, because we got to get together with them white folks, because those whites have held us down all along. Once we win our own victories, once we build our own strength, and only after then can we deal on an equal basis with the white fellas. And until we build our own that belongs to us, there will be no true integration, there will be no true deliverance, there will be no true equality or political participation, economic participation, social participation, or anything else. You have got to bring something to the table. And that thing that we have brought to the table now in Greene County is political power. The very first time in the history of this United States that such a thing has been accomplished.
All right, I'm gonna stop it here. Can you summarize what happens at the end, and then we're gonna get to the case? Because this is good.
Yeah, he goes on to describe more detail of what you've already heard. That there were a lot of elements, black and white, that didn't want this election and that movement to succeed.
Okay.
He said the black Judases, that's the kind word he called them.
Yeah.
You have people in high places today that are not kinfolk. They might be skin folk, but they're not kinfolk. Do I have to name them? Uncle Thomas in the Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Snowbunny Scott, senator from South Carolina. And the irony of that is both of them are Gullah Geechees.
I know you said it again. Yeah, we learned that they're Gullah
both
Geechee.
Gullah Geechees, but who are they with? Okay. The other irony is Condoleezza Rice, her 4 grandparents are from Greene County, Alabama. And she grew up on Stillman College campus in Tuscaloosa, about 15 miles from where I'm sitting right now. So, you know, we're everywhere. Yeah. We have good, bad, and uglies. We have bad apples and we have fresh fruit. Anyway, he doesn't say it exactly like that, but he gives a historical buildup for those who, it's a culmination of the election, and he goes through more details of the history of that election. And you see, he's no holds barred. He's cutting them. And he's looking right at some of these Jews. He knows who they are.
Yeah.
And it was just a very realistic speech that in spite of all the opposition inside and out, we still won this thing. Until today, it's a black-run county. It's the first county ever taken over by blacks since Reconstruction.
Okay.
And today, it's still in control of blacks. All the county commissioners are black.